Hi, I'm Chloe and I'm in grade 11 here in Toronto. So the two questions I want to answer for my application are questions number 1 and questions number 4. So my mental health journey and also why I want to be a Wear Your Label brand ambassador. So to start with question number 1, when I was younger, I wasn't really educated on mental health and mental illness until about grade 9. And unfortunately, my turning point in my education was when one of my friend named Maddie, committed suicide. And then after that happened, unfortunately, my best friend was also diagnosed with an eating disorder about a month later. And so in that situation, I didn't really know what to do, and I didn't know how to help her because it was a very severe eating disorder. So I actually had to go to my high school's principal and get help from my school, and they basically said to her, you are not allowed to come back to school until the hospital says you are, like you're healthy enough to do so. So she was admitted to the hospital for about a month, and I was unable to see her and talk to her, which was really difficult for me. But then after all that happened, the next year in grade 10 kind of settled, and my best friend and I decided to run a mental health and illness awareness week at our high school. And that involved getting my friend Maddie, her mom came in to speak to my whole school, and that really opened up the student body's eyes because we had never really had anything like that happen at our school before. And we also sold goods, including stress relief kits and wristbands that said motivational quotes on them. And so since then, my friend and I do a lot of work with our school to promote mental health and mental illness and just make people more aware. So my friend Nikki actually introduced me and my friends to the Wear Your Label Foundation, and we all purchased bracelets that signify something towards us. So I purchased the eating disorders one. I'm actually wearing it. And in support of my best friend who has an eating disorder. So the Wear Your Label just really does, foundation really means something to me just because of the way it kind of gives purpose and sheds light to what's going on with people who have mental illnesses. And so why I want to be a Wear Your Label brand ambassador is because educating youth on how important mental health is something that is really important to me. And I also want to encourage teens who are suffering with mental illness that suicide's not the answer, because I've experienced a lot with suicide in the past few years, and it's something that's really important to me personally. And so here in Toronto, there's kind of a divide between the adults and the youth, and I think it's important that if we merge those together, a lot more breaking of the stigma can come out of it, and a lot more ideas could be shared. So being here in Toronto, the youth are very connected with one another through social media. So I think that being a brand ambassador and being able to promote mental health and mental illness and give it more awareness is really something that I could champion at and be important and support. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.